You just took the refuge bodhisattva vow. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about, again, what it means to take refuge in bodhisattva vows. First, taking refuge vow is a commitment to develop confident faith in three jewels, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Confident faith is a heart connection to the Dharma practice. Therefore, in order to take refuge vow, we need to understand what is refuge in detailed explanations. So you continue to study the teachings with your examination, and then you will understand that you need a good connection, right, between yourself and the Dharma practice, right? That connection is your confident faith, right? You just don't believe somebody say, oh, the refuge is wonderful, you have to take it, and then you just take it. And then somebody say, oh, no, I'm not so sure about that, and then you just give up. That's not confident faith, right? It's just your mind is not stable. So confident faith is you need. So confident faith is the faith and the three jewels that arises from the depth of your heart once you understand qualities and benefits of the three jewels. If we don't have that kind of genuine confident faith in Buddha, Dharma, then the recitation of refuge prayers and mantras is pointless, right? So therefore, your faith is necessary. And it allows your practice to grow and to allow your experience increase. As you practice with this kind of confident faith, you will experience the truth of the benefits of the three jewels. And when you have confident faith in three jewels, it changes the quality of your life. Then you practice refuge prayers. Your prayer with faith can change everything. Everything means your worries, your hesitations, all that. So having faith in Buddha Dharma allows us to experience love, wisdom, certainty, what else? No hesitations, positivity in our daily life. So in Buddhism, faith is mentioned as one of the most important qualities of a spiritual practitioner. Okay? we, I don't know. Again, you have to reflect on your mind, yourself, how you have a faith, but what kind of faith, you know? So we call it Yichi. Tapa means confident faith, unchangeable faith, no matter what kind of circumstance. Your faith never change. That kind of, we're talking Buddhism. So the best way to develop confident faith is through the study, right? Understanding Dharma. Because otherwise, like, if I say you need a confident faith, it doesn't come like that. It comes when you study and when you understand Dharma with your examination, invest, then you understand the truth of the Dharma. Then through that, you can develop your confident faith. And then when you practice Dharma, it will protect you from the suffering of negative emotions, right? It will lead you to ultimate realization, the true meaning of life. That's the ultimate realization. But it will never happen until you have this kind of confident faith, understand the Dharma and the benefit of your practice, all that. Then it will happen, the ultimate, you will realize the ultimate, the realization, the true meaning of your life. So basically the Dharma, right, the teaching, the Dharma is the real refuge for us. And therefore, the Dharma must be practiced in our mind once we take refuge in the Buddha Dharma. And once we understand the Dharma and practice it, then we will have faith in Buddha, because Dharma came from Buddha, right? If Buddha did not give Dharma teachings, then due to our ignorance, we would never have the opportunity to study and practice Dharma, right? But now we are able to practice Dharma because of Buddha taught it. So therefore, the Buddha is also our ultimate refuge and protector. If you understand the meaning of the Dharma, the benefit of practice of Dharma, you have no idea how much you appreciate Buddha, right? So Buddha is a real protector. Because he gave us the great opportunity to study and practice Dharma, right? So therefore, Buddha is our root teacher or real protector. He sacrificed his life and left from his royal family and study with different kinds of teachers and founded the real meaning of the true the meaning of the life and the realization. With that kind of wisdom, great wisdom, we call omniscient mind. The great wisdom, so that he has the capacity to give us the genuine Dharma teachings. So that's why I think you don't understand how important Buddha until you understand the teachings of the Buddha and study them. Once you understand the real meaning of these teachings, then you will understand, oh, who Buddha is, right? Why we take refuge in Buddha. Then through that, you can develop this confident faith in Buddha and Dharma. That kind of faith I'm talking, you know? So it's not enough to just take refuge vow. We need to keep our refuge precepts. And after we took the vow, right? So therefore, it's so important to study Buddhism with your investigation, then put into your practice, then you can develop your faith, this kind of confident faith, okay? Now, the second is Bodhisattva vow, and taking the Bodhisattva vow is, again, real commitment that is based on the realization of selflessness, right? Selfishness, not selfish. Selfishness is the source of all suffering, right? So if you really investigate all this suffering because of our negative emotions, these are the real cause. And then you go deeper and deeper, investigate why, then you will find, you know, the real cause of all this suffering is selfishness, right? I mean, you have to investigate. I understand all this suffering is just me, you know, ignore others and angry others, jealous others. So that makes my mind is just like poison, right? So then the solution, you know, we have tremendous power to change it into bodhicitta, this selfishness, change into bodhicitta. Selfishness and bodhicitta are just opposite, right? Either you can have a selfishness or bodhicitta. You can't have both. So taking a bodhisattva vow means we are acknowledging that we are not going to be selfish person anymore. That's the essence of the taking bodhisattva vow. It means taking bodhisattva vow means we are following the great bodhisattvas. How? We study again, like Shantadeva's text teachings. So we follow in the Shantadeva's teachings and take him and his teachings as a good example and work for sentient beings. And taking bodhisattva vow is also the commitment to recognize all beings are equal. right? So we harm each other, kill each other. If you, as this morning, as I said, if you really investigate and think about all this suffering, and then nobody wants suffering, happiness, right? So then you will understand with kind of your bodhicitta practice, you will really understand all sentient beings are equal, not just intellectually, you know. So that protects from us harming each other. And we become very like harmonious each other, you know. So very important, right? And taking bodhisattva vow is commitment to free others from suffering. And then we become very useful and beneficial to others, become a great human being if we have a kind mind. Bodhisattva, taking bodhisattva vow also means we are inspired to put the teachings of bodhicitta into practice in our everyday life. And we are constantly showing actions that benefit sentient beings. And we want, develop the mind that wish to help other beings as much as possible. So you see all this commitment, it's just with this commitment can destroy our selfishness. So therefore, if we remember our commitment in our daily life, it can protect us from suffering. From suffering means from the negative emotions. So therefore, when we take bodhisattva vow, it is very important to be fully aware of what kind of commitment we are making. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to keep the vow. But you don't have to worry too much about breaking bodhisattva vow, as long as if you keep two important precepts that I mentioned before. And when you take bodhisattva's vow, you make a promise to help others that is based on your capacity. So your commitment was not something that you cannot do, right? And something that is beyond your capacity, right? When you take bodhisattva vow, you made a commitment. That commitment's not beyond your capacity. So when you have a chance to help others, which is not that difficult to do, and which is you have that capacity to help out that, and if you still ignore and avoid that, then you are kind of breaking one of your promise, right? And your commitment. So I'm talking here about something that where it would be very easy for you to help. For example, if you saw, an animal on the road, for example, if you don't save it, and it's definitely going to die, right? I mean, that's easy, right, to help. It's not beyond your capacity, but still you kind of like ignore, you don't care. Then you're breaking a kind of portion of your commitment. You're not breaking your bodhisattva vow completely, but it's a kind of like, well, how do I say, like branch of the vow, right? It's easy to help that kind of situation, and it's still you don't care, you just ignore. Then that's not bodhisattvas do, even like beginner bodhisattvas, you know. So maybe you cannot, take full bodhisattva activities at this very moment, but you will do as much as you can with your capacity. So it's important to remember your commitments. Mhm. Now, here I'm going to tell you that there are four things that are important in order to keep your bodhisattva vow. Of course, first, not to abandon the Dharma from your mind. Second, not to abandon or reject any beings from your mind. I explained so you understand that. And third, wishing to help other sentient beings as much as possible based on your capacity. I'm not talking about behind your capacity, right? Based on your capacity, and maintain that motivation continuously in your mind. That's third. And fourth, whenever you have committed a downfall, at that time, you should acknowledge to yourself, and you have done it, and should feel regret for it, and then have a strong feeling of wanting to restore that vow without giving up. That's how we fix it, right? So some people think, oh, I already bring my bodhisattva vow, so whatever, right? Not give up. Oh, I've done this wrong. So so I'm not going to do it again. So you have to kind of purify the broken vows by wanting to restore that vow and make it better. That's why we purify, right? This the purification. You regret your actions, whatever, so that not only focus on that negative side, but because of that, I'm not going to do it again. That helps you protect and become a good human being again. I mean, everybody make mistakes. That's very usual, but you have to make better and better and better, because of, if you regret your mistake, then you make a commitment again. I'm not going to do it again. I'll do my best. I can do this. You have to believe in yourself and that you have this capacity. Then slowly, like go step by step, you become a better and better and better. That's how you reach enlightenment. So that is the, what do you call it? Purification practice. But the main thing is the motivation, which is not to commit those things again, right? So that bodhicitta will arise in your mind. Bodhicitta will arise your mind means not just like came to your mind middle of nowhere, right? So you understand benefit of bodhicitta, practice bodhicitta more and more and more and more. That gives you enthusiasm, like to practice every day, gives you more and more. I just want nothing, just want practice bodhicitta. So the more you understand the benefit of bodhicitta, that gives you all this confidence and enthusiasm. That's what we call bodhicitta will arise in your mind. Don't think that bodhicitta will arise your mind means like suddenly like, oh, this morning I didn't have, now I have bodhicitta. Not like that. These things you have to go step by step and continue, like no give up, even though it's difficult. Sometimes it's really difficult, but still no give up, right? So then slowly you're getting better and better and better. And then in order to understand that, you have to reflect on your life, your actions, your, everything. So then that helps you to grow more. It takes time, but doesn't matter. If you are not getting worse and worse, better and better, then it's good. So that's how we develop all this, what we call positive qualities, such as love and kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, and so on. So it's absolutely essential for us to have a love and kindness towards other sentient beings. And as you know, love and kindness is the essence of the bodhicitta. And love and kindness is the attitude of bodhisattva, right? So it is the most comfortable path that you can take, right? It is the most comfortable meditation you can do. Vajrayana teaches meditation is you have two ways, up or down, right? Bodhicitta is not like that. It's a very comfortable path. It's a very comfortable meditation. The more you investigate bodhicitta, and you will understand more and more. It makes sense. It makes sense. So this is the most beneficial thing in your life, and I say many times, bodhicitta practice makes you really happy and healthy. And without this attitude, life is difficult, very difficult, and not meaningful. Without like this kind of qualities in our mind, in our life, what is, I think it makes sense, these Chinese students, they say, what is point of life? I mean, they don't practice, they don't follow Buddhism, right? So then you have like all these expectations and worries and stress, anxiety, all this, and what is point of life? That's why they killed it all the time themselves. But as a spiritual practitioner, yeah, this is point of the meaning of life. So therefore, if you keep bodhisattva vow and don't forget your bodhicitta practice from now until the time you die, then teachers say you're totally guaranteed freedom from, if you believe, a bad rebirth, if you believe in a future life. You will remember bodhicitta in your next life easily. I mean, that's why this great, sometimes I'm very skeptical about future life, but then I have all this experience. I grew up with these great teachers and they remember their bodhicitta. So that also something very important to understand. So it will protect your next life. So I think it's wonderful, and we are so fortunate to have this opportunity. So we have to be aware of all of that. Okay. Now here again, very important, I would like to tell you a little bit about how you renew the vow every day. Paltrul Rinpoche said that the ultimate bodhicitta is achieved by power of meditation. So therefore, it doesn't require any kind of rituals, right? The ultimate bodhicitta. The ultimate bodhicitta and great perfection are basically same. So it doesn't, you don't need recite rituals, nothing like that. To generate the relative bodhicitta, however, as beginner, we need some kind of this follow a ritual through which we can take the vow and presence of a spiritual teacher or, in front of lineage, So we need to constantly renew that vow over and over again so that bodhicitta increase, right? It protects and no decline. So every morning when you get up, you do, as I said, 3 prestations if you can, and then you sit down in front of your shrine or whatever you want. And then you visualize all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and the masters and the sky in front of you. And take them as a witness of your renewal of Bodhisattva vow and generate bodhicitta. Then you should correct your motivation like this. Today, I am so fortunate to have a wonderful opportunity to change my attitude. And I am so lucky to have discovered the real antidote to my unhappiness and my negative emotions. So I will practice the precious bodhicitta as much as I can. And I will consider others as equal to myself as much as I can. I will not harm any beings today as much as I can. No guarantee, right? But as much as I will do my best, right? I will be patient with others today as much as I can. I will think whatever I want, others want as much. right? So I will try to act on that as much as I can. I will think about bodhicitta and make my life meaningful as much as I can. I will be mindful today as much as I can. I will try to bring happiness to everyone today as much as I can. From now on, may I never be separate from this wish, this determination, this pure enlightened thought. I will hold this thought in my heart as much as I can, as much as I possibly can. And with your confidence and your unchangeable faith, and with your pure devotion, you would make commitment and you would say something like this: Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please think of me. Please give me the inspiration and strength to increase my bodhicitta continuously for the rest of my life, and to make my life meaningful for the benefit of others. So if you say, and if you make that commitment, somebody will be there for you. And somebody means like Buddhas, Bodhisattvas in front of you. And with all this commitment and with this attitude, then you recite the renewal of the Bodhisattva vow ritual, okay? That's all you need to do when you renew the vow. Usually we do that like every morning, when you wake up. The first to your action, renew the Bodhisattva vow. And then during the day, you should renew your motivation, right? As much as you need, and remember, right? So you see, if you do this every day, you don't need any other practice, on my opinion. And this practice is very simple. And it doesn't sort of conflict with your culture, right? It doesn't make you feel strange. It doesn't make you believe something that you usually have a hard time believing. So you can mix bodhicitta with your ordinary life. So you can see the benefit of it every day if you do that, you know? The thing is, you have to remember the set of your motivation. If you go for a walk outside, you think like it's not your part of your practice, but if you have a set of the motivation, bodhicitta, every single step become your practice. If you ride bicycle outside, and before you do that, set of your motivation, everything become your practice. Um, if you go to the gym, I do, right? Set of your motivation, then 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever is part of your practice, meditation. So you don't have to worry that you are not understanding your practice. You don't have to worry, like whether it is working or not. I mean, you can see the benefit, the result of this practice almost right away, which is it brings happiness into, because if you do this kind of renew bodhisattva vows with that kind of commitment, it makes your day, like so happy. You can see that through the power of bodhicitta, even things that are very difficult to deal with. So it is definitely the right thing to do and something you can practice for the rest of your life. And it can be very easy and bring great happiness into your day-to-day life. It is therefore the most precious things in your life. Nobody can take away. Nobody can steal that kind of positive attitude. So the bottom line is the Bodhisattva vow gives self-confidence to develop your love and kindness and compassion. Bodhisattva vow encourages you to be generous, less selfish, gives you great strength. And, from the Buddhist perspective, we have to have self-confidence, right? Without it, we could not keep the vows because lacking self-confidence, we feel like, this is too much. I can't do it. But bodhicitta gives us self-confidence, meaning the mental strength, the courage, determination, everything. Without bodhicitta, we can't grow spiritual power. And most of all, without bodhicitta, our meditation doesn't work. We feel like this is too much. Why am I doing this? Sometimes we would wonder, why am I meditating, right? Because if there is no realization of the benefit of our meditation, then we don't see it's important to do. But bodhicitta practice is like the gateway to Buddhahood. So there is no other way to attain enlightenment, Buddhahood, other than cultivating bodhicitta. So bodhicitta is crucial in achieving the state of enlightenment. So that is why bodhicitta is so important. Therefore, the bodhisattva path is the most beneficial and necessary path to enlightenment, right? My commitment, my goal is, as long as I live, I teach bodhicitta, practice bodhicitta. The Kadamba master Adisha came to Tibet and he taught refuge all the time. Wherever he goes, teach refuge and how important develop confident faith and all that. And then people called him refuge teacher. So most people think, oh, he doesn't know how to teach all Buddhism. He just know refuge, And that's not the case. So I want to practice bodhicitta. I want to teach bodhicitta. As I said, this path is the most beneficial and comfortable and most perfect and free of any danger and mistakes. So it is important to have a positive attitude towards your practice, see the benefit of it. Okay? I think that is enough to explain about how to renew Bodhisattva vow and the benefit of Bodhicitta, Bodhisattva vow. All right, now I think we should recite the third chapter, the way of Bodhisattva.